What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get going, I do again just want to apologize for the audio. I have ordered a mic, it just hasn't quite arrived yet, so bear with me. Here we're going to be building an SFF Optiplex build as promised. This only cost us $85 and it's an Optiplex 390. This came with an i5-2400, 8GB of DDR3 RAM, and a 120GB SSD. All of that together for $85 is a pretty good deal, especially with the 120GB SSD included. You might be able to find it for a similar price, although it might come with a hard drive. You may be able to get one with an SSD, I'm not sure. It all depends on the availability at the time you're looking if you're going to be building this system. We're going to be pairing that with a GTX 1050 Ti, which should be pretty good with the parts in this system. I do want to make something clear, it does need to be a low profile card or it will not fit in this small form factor system. It also needs to have a low profile bracket. This here is not a low profile bracket. When we bought this card, we tried to verify with the seller that it did come with the low profile bracket. When it arrived, it ended up not coming with the low profile bracket. We had agreed on $115, but we were able to negotiate another $7 off because the bracket wasn't included. That brings our total to $108, making this entire system less than $200. So you may be wondering, what are we going to do about the bracket? Originally we thought maybe we can use it without the bracket. It is a pretty small card and it's close to the motherboard. There's not a lot of weight away from the motherboard, so there shouldn't be too much pressure. However, we decided against that. It's probably just not the best idea, especially if the PC is moving around and for the longevity. We also did contact MSI about getting a bracket. They wanted to charge us $14 for it, $4 for the bracket, and $10 shipping and handling. In my opinion, that's a little ridiculous. $10 shipping and handling for a bracket half this size isn't right. It maybe costs a few dollars. So we ended up deciding we're going to be trying to make one out of cardboard. It should provide also a little bit more interesting content for this video, and we'll see how it goes. If we do it right, it should also provide some support for the graphics card. You may be wondering, well, cardboard can be flammable, what about the heat? Cardboard doesn't start to ignite until, based on our research, around 350 degrees Celsius. Graphics cards usually throttle or turn off around 90 degrees Celsius, maybe 100 degrees Celsius if it's a higher end card, but either way, it will not come close to being an issue with the heat and the cardboard. So we're going to go ahead and try to build the bracket. We'll see how that goes and we'll check in after and see if it fits on the card and into this PC. Alright, so we're all done with the brackets installed. I think it's a pretty good bracket for making out of cardboard. I probably would do a few things a little bit differently. Maybe use something else to cut the holes, or use an actual drill to make the screw holes. But it was fun to build, and I think it provides some extra support. As you can see, it doesn't move around a whole lot. I did try to put a screw in here, but it doesn't look like this latch wants to close with a screw, so we're just going to leave one without it. Similar to the last build, there's not a 2.5 slot for an SSD, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and tape it down just so it's secure. Yeah, there's not really much else you can do. You could get a 2.5 adapter, but tape should work fine. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
See ya. That's 3.
So that about sums up our $200 PC guide. It's pretty similar to our last one with the Mini Tower Optiplex. We're just trying to provide some variety and maybe some more options for those looking to get into PC gaming on a serious budget. At $200, this can run most games 1080p 60 FPS, depending on the settings of course, but at $200, you really can't ask for much more. It will perform better than most Ryzen APUs as well, just because it does have a discrete graphics card instead of the onboard graphics. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about an APU build. Especially with an APU build, you're probably looking at least $300, where this is only $200. We would probably recommend getting a hard drive if you are thinking about building this, just because it will provide some extra space for games, files, things like that. And if you don't have an extra SATA cable and your hard drive doesn't come with one, you can always take out the SATA cable from the DVD drive. You're likely not going to use it, and maybe if you do ever need to use it, you can just take out the hard drive SATA cable, plug it in, use it, then take it out, put it back in. But that can be a good option, especially if you don't want to buy an extra SATA cable and pay the extra money. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out, and we do have lots of other cool, fun, and creative videos coming up. Again, we will have the audio fixed shortly. I ordered the mic, and it's currently being shipped here, so we should get that fixed pretty soon. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.
Do